Hi guys, and welcome to a video. I have seen several people do this, and so mine's a bit later than what we have been seeing. I want to tell you what books I am excited about that are coming out this year, so in 2023. I did watch, and someone said if you go to Goodreads and hit browse, it'll come up with what's coming out this year, at least as of right now, before anything changes. I did that, and it only went through June. So I have never been one to watch for new releases unless there's an author that I know is going to release something that I absolutely love, that's an auto by author. And so this was a bit different for me. This is the first time I'm actually paying attention to that. Now, come like maybe May or June, when I start looking for the rest of the year, will I even pay attention? Who knows? I don't know. So the first one that I am excited to read, I am actually going to show you now because the first book has already come out. It came out this month, so it is a new release, and I am very excited. Now, if I had put this out at the start of January, this would have been probably like on its way to me, but I am really excited for Hellbent. I loved the first one. I gave the first book, Ninth House, I think 5 stars. I'd have it pulled up here. Yeah, I gave the first one 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. I have heard people say they don't like the cover with the rabbit or the bunny, whatever you want to call it. I kind of like it, and I am very intrigued by it to know what this particular animal has to do with the story. So I'm going to read the synopsis of the first book because I don't want to spoil anything on this one. I don't know what's going to happen in this one. So I want to keep it that way for right now because it is part of a series. So the synopsis for the first one, just in case you haven't read the first one, it says, Galaxy, aka Alex Stern, is the most unlikely member of Yale's freshman class. Raised in the Los Angeles hinterlands by a hippie mom, Alex dropped out of school early and into a world of shady drug dealer boyfriends, dead-end jobs, and much, much worse. By age 20, in fact, she is the sole survivor of a horrific unsolved multiple homicide. Some might say she's thrown her life away. But at her hospital bed, Alex is offered a second chance to attend one of the world's most elite universities on a full ride. What's the catch, and why her? Still searching for answers to this herself, Alex arrives in New Haven, tasked by her mysterious benefactors with monitoring the activities of Yale's secret societies. These 8 windowless tombs are known by the haunts of the future rich and powerful, from high-ranking politicos to Wall Street and Hollywood's biggest players, but their occult activities are revealed to be more sinister and more extraordinary than any paranoid imagination might conceive. And these do have, or at least the first book did have, paranormal aspects to it as well. So I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to continue on. So that is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. All right, now these next books, I'm just going to like Amazon because I have pre-ordered all of these. And so I'm just going to go through my pre-orders and what's expected to come to me first, and then etc. So the one that is estimated to arrive February 2nd is the second book in a series. I don't know how long it's going to be, or if it's just going to be a duology, but this is a graphic novel, and I recently read this past 2022, the first book, and that is Housecat, Trouble, Lost and Found. So this one, again, it's the second book in a series, so I'm not going to say much about, I'm not going to read the synopsis of the second one. All I'll tell you is the first one, basically the human leaves the house for a bit, and this little kitten is tasked with watching the house. These 2 alley cats come up, and it's like, there's something wrong here. There are these like aliens that cause sadness and grief and harm and stuff that are haunting the house, and it's your job to find the key that brings them there. Could be an object, could be a TV show, could be a letter, could be a phone call, anything like that. And you have to destroy that particular thing that caused this spiral for the human to protect the human and keep the human safe. And so you're following this kitten as he joins with these 2 alley cats to piece together what's going on, to find out what the key is, to try to defeat these aliens and protect the human. And that's basically the first one. It was really cute, and so I definitely wanted to continue on with that. All right, the next one I have pre-ordered is a prequel, and this one is for A Day of Fallen Night, which is part of the Roots of Chaos series. Now my understanding is, and the Roots of Chaos series, that is the Priory of the Orange Tree. Now my understanding was that the Priory of the Orange Tree was going to be a standalone, but now we have a prequel. So I'm just going to go, let me find the synopsis. Okay, I'm going to just read the synopsis that is on Amazon. It says, in A Day of Fallen Night, let's see, Samantha Shannon sweeps readers back into the universe of Priory of the Orange Tree and into the lives of 4 women, showing us a course of events that shaped their world for generations to come. Tunuva Melim is a sister of the Priory. For 50 years, she has trained to slay worms, but none have appeared since the Nameless One, and the younger generation is starting to question the Priory's purpose. To the north, in the Queendom of Ines, Sabran, the ambitious, has married the new king of Herath, narrowly saving both realms from ruin. Their daughter, Glorian, trails in their shadow exactly where she wants to be. The dragons of the east have slept for centuries. Nume has spent her life in a Sychanese mountain temple, trying to wake the gods from their long slumber. Now someone from her mother's past is coming to upend her fate. When the dread mount erupts, bringing with it an age of terror and violence, these women must find the strength to protect humankind from a devastating threat. So I've been told it's the prequel, and it just says it's part of the Roots. But again, Priory of the Orange Tree was supposed to be just a standalone, but Samantha Shannon is going to take us back into that world. Okay. 2 other books that are expected to arrive in March. One on March 28th. And that book is A Door in the Dark. This is by Scott Reintgen. I've heard it, and I can't remember how to say it, but I have read another book by Scott and thoroughly enjoyed the writing of it. So I am very interested in this next one. And let me find the synopsis. Okay, so the synopsis for A Door in the Dark states, Ren Monroe has spent 4 years proving she's one of the best wizards in her generation, but top marks at Balmeric University will mean nothing if she fails to get recruited into one of the major houses. Enter Theo Brood. If being rich were a sin, he'd already be halfway to hell. After a failed and disastrous party trick, fate has the 2 of them crossing paths at the public waxway portal to the day before holidays. Theo's punishment is to travel home with the scholarship kids, which doesn't sit well with any of them. A fight breaks out in the chaos. The portal spell malfunctions. All 6 students are snatched from the safety of the school's campus and set down in the middle of nowhere, and one of them is dead on arrival. If anyone can get them through the punishing wilderness with limited magical reserves, it's Ben. She's been in survival mode it's Ren, excuse me, not Ben, it's Ren. She's been in survival mode her entire life, but no magic could prepare her for the tangled secrets the rest of the group is harboring, or for what's following them through the dark woods. That sounds way good. I really enjoyed the one book I read by Scott, and I am looking forward to this one. Okay, now I'm not expecting this book until March 30th, as of right now, and this is part of a cozy mystery series, and that's a Kitchen Witch mystery series. I have read the first, technically 3 books if you want to be that specific, but it's the first 1 book and the 2 novellas. So there's a book 0.5 and then book 1 and then book 1.5. So I will read you the synopsis of the first one. This is a very fun, cozy mystery, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So let me find where's the synopsis? The synopsis is not pulling up. So let me switch back over to Amazon. Okay, so the 4th book in this series is called 4 Charming Spells. and the first one is called One Poison Pie. So I'm just trying to get to the first book here. But for whatever reason, the synopsis isn't showing on Goodreads for the first book. Now this series, at least in the books that I've read, does have autism representation. It's not the main character, but it's her friend, so it's one of the side characters, and it's a major side character that has the autism. So, and I've thoroughly enjoyed having that rep in there, and I think it's fairly accurate. It says, what's a kitchen witch to do when her almost fiancé leaves her suddenly single and unemployed? For Mia Malone, the answer is simple. Move to her grandmother's quirky Idaho hometown where magic is an open secret and witches and warlocks are mostly welcome. With a new gourmet diner delivery business and a touch of magic in her recipes, Mia's hopes are high. Even when her ex's little sister, Christina, arrives looking for a place to stay, Mia takes it in stride. And that is the character that is autistic. It is Christina. Okay, continuing on. It says, but her first catering job takes a distasteful turn when her client's body is found, stabbed and stuffed under the head table. Mia's shocked to learn that she's a suspect, and even more so when she realizes she's next on a killer's list. With Christina along with Mia's meddling grandma in the mix, she'll have to find out which of the town's eccentric residents has an appetite for murder before this fresh start comes to a sticky end. So, I mean, it's a standard cozy mystery formula. New person, there's a death. The new person is the one that's accused, and they don't think the police are doing a good job investigating, and so they take up the investigation for themselves, find the clues, and then there's the resolution of life at the end. So, standard cozy mystery. Okay, moving on to April. There is one book I have pre-ordered, and this book is In the Lives of Puppets, and this was written by T.J. Klune. I have read the only book I have read by T.J. Klune is The House on the Cerulean Sea. I do have a copy of the other book that he came out with, Under the Whispering Door, and that one sounds really good, and I'm really excited. I've enjoyed the writing, so I went ahead and ordered In the Lives of Puppets. If I don't like the writing of Under the Whispering Door, then I may cancel my pre-order and check it out from the library to determine whether or not I want it, but it sounds really good. It does sound really good. So, I, again, am not expecting this one until like April 25th. The synopsis says, in a strange little home built into the branches of a grove of trees live 3 robots. Fatherly inventor android Giovanni Lawson, a pleasantly sadistic nurse machine, and a small vacuum desperate for love and attention. Victor Lawson, a human, lives there too. They are a family, hidden and safe. The day Vic salvages and repairs an unfamiliar android labeled Hap, he learns of a shared dark past between Hap and Geo, a past spent hunting humans. When Hap unwittingly alerts robots from Geo's former life to their whereabouts, the family is no longer hidden and safe. Geo is captured and taken back to his old laboratory in the city of electric dreams. So together, the rest of Vic's assembled family must journey across an unforgiving and otherworldly country to rescue Geo from decommission or worse, reprogramming. Along the way to save Geo amid conflicted feelings of betrayal and affection for Hap, Vic must decide for himself, can he accept love with strings attached? So, that sounds good. It sounds very sweet, and hopefully it's good, but I am tentatively optimistic. Okay. I do not have any books pre-ordered for May that I'm looking forward to. There are 2 for June. Both of these are authors I have read from before, and so these authors have become pretty much almost an auto-buy for me. I don't think I have collected every book by either of these authors yet, but I would like to collect all of their work. So this first one is The Only One Left, and this one was written by Riley Sager. Okay, now this synopsis is really short, so this one will go fairly quickly. It says, now reduced to a schoolyard chant, the Hope family murders shocked the Maine coast one bloody night in 1929. While most people assume 17-year-old Lenora was responsible, the police were never able to prove it. Other than her denial after the killings, she has never spoken publicly about that night, nor has she set foot outside Hope's End, the cliffside mansion where the massacre occurred. Oh, there's more. I just had to hit the See More tab. Hello. Okay. And then it says, okay. It's now 1983, and the home health aide Kit McDree arrives at a decaying Hope's End to care for Lenora after her previous nurse fled in the middle of the night. In her 70s and confined to a wheelchair, Lenora was rendered mute by a series of strokes and can only communicate with Kit by tapping out sentences on an old typewriter. One night, Lenora uses it to make a tantalizing offer. I want to tell you everything. As Kit helps Lenora write about the events leading to the Hope family massacre, it becomes clear there's more to the tale than people know. But when new details about her predecessor's departure come to light, Kit starts to suspect Lenora might be telling the complete truth, and that the seemingly harmless woman in her care could be far more dangerous than she first thought. And then it has, in between those paragraphs, it has something that could be considered like a childhood rhyme. It says, at 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope, stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It wasn't me, Laura said, but she's the only one not dead. So, and that is expected, like I said, I think, what am I doing to my phone? I'm tapping in all the weird places. So that one is expected to arrive on June 20th. The other one that will come with that, also expected on June 20th, is 0 Days by Ruth Ware. The synopsis for this one says, hired by companies to break into buildings and hack security systems, Jack and her husband Gabe are the best penetration specialists in the business. But after a routine assignment goes horribly wrong, Jack arrives home to find her husband dead. To add to her horror, the police are closing in on their suspect, her. Suddenly, on the run and quickly running out of options, Jack must decide who she can trust as she circles closer to the real killer in this unputdownable and heart-pounding mystery. So, and yeah, that's pretty much all it says. So that is 0 Days by Ruth Ware, also expected in June, or specifically June 20th. So far for 2023, those are the books I am most excited for. Now, will I read those when they are released? More than likely not. I will get to them when I can. That's just what happens when you have a lot of books you gotta read. So let me know if there are any new releases that you are specifically excited for, and I don't know, I'll look into it and see if it's a book that I'm interested in or not. I'm always curious to see what people are most excited for. So that's it for this video. Talk to me in the comment section below, and until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book, and I'll talk to you later.